Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Pimchanok Kanjan. What I'd like to present to you today is the ways how trash impacts the environment. Today's topic is of particular interest to those of you who interest in the ways or how trash impacts the environment. I've divided my presentation into three parts: the ways, how trash impacts the environment, and reduce waste with the 3R concept. My presentation will take about 5 minutes. I will be handing out a copy of my PowerPoint slides at the end of my talk. There will be time for questions after my presentation. Now let's look at this slide. The waste human-generated waste has been detrimental to our environment for quite some time now. Humans are generating too much trash and cannot deal with it. Waste that is not biodegradable and cannot be properly be recycled is filling our oceans and landfills. Next, how trash impacts the environment. Human impacts destroy habitats and ecosystem service. Plastic waste in the water can directly interfere with navigation, disrupt commercial and recreational fishing, threats to health and safety, and reduce tourism. Wildlife, its effects to the animals, which depend on the ocean for their livelihoods. They cannot distinguish between what is or isn't food. They consume the trash with results in death, because the aquatic animals could not process it. Next, public health. We keep producing large amounts of trash. We do not dispose of it correctly. It will affect us long term. One can develop diseases such as asthma, birth defects, cancer, childhood cancer, infectious disease. Land pollution. Whenever waste ends up on soils or other land, whether by loading or time and sieve into the area and around it. This means the dirt and all surrounding area absorb the pollutions and become dangerous for people and animals that can be used as lectures. Next, water pollution. The waste doesn't go into landfills or other disposal areas, usually find its way into the oceans and other bodies of the water. It then breaks down into the ocean, slowly contaminating the water. This process raises the toxicity of the water, making fresh water unsafe for human consumption. Reduce waste general with the 3R concept. Reduce, use, think before using. For example, use cloth bags and baskets to reduce the use of plastic bags. The second, reusing something that can be used, such as donate old clothes or mop before. Next is recycle. Sorting out each type of solid waste that can be recycled and compiled back into the production process of each type. For example, shop for items that are recyclable or made from recycled materials. Let me summarize the key points. Waste has many impacts for the environment, and some types of waste are hard to decompose. It affects human, animal, and environment. Therefore, we should help each other reduce waste to make the environment more viable. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.